I took a little while to try to understand what this was. I sort of understood the center organic image, but the left image really threw me. There's a lot here to unpack in terms of what people can see in this. There's a lot of ethical implications to, modifying human embryos. And this is a case where there's an intrusion into a piece of the human through the needle, but we don't see fingers or faces or anything. Everything is neat and clean and tidy and no mess. It speaks to the extremes of how you can view science.
This image got used to illustrate 3 different articles in July, and they were all about embryonic research, but it's a purposefully vague image. And Ed Brighton, who wrote the Instagram posts for the Seeing Science Project, said something that I thought was really great. He said, the blue kind of suggests calm and kind of no problem, right? It's like everything is okay. And this suggests how generic images are often used to illustrate science stories when specific images might be too specific or too narrative. And this goes the opposite extremes.
Sometimes the ambiguity of photography allows people to keep looking at it more and more. And maybe the fact that even though this is a generic image, maybe that it's not so identifiable, at least for some parts of it, invites us to try to research and learn more about what's going on. So maybe it's successful in that sense.
I was really struck in this picture, the sort of the pointiness, the piercing of the needle, and how it sort of assumes this kind of violent quality, but also thinking back to the very earliest photographs made through microscopes in the 19th century and how their favorite subjects were things like bee stingers and fly feet and spider fangs, and anything that would bite or sting or prick or pierce were really a popular subject for microscopists to make photographs of, because they had that immediacy and that sort of piercingness that comes through in a photograph. And you really see that here as well.
A few months ago, we did a story called The DNA Revolution, and what you're looking at is unbelievable. They're able to what they call pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, and they can sample an embryo and detect any disease that it may carry.
It does raise a question of the limit and as well as the power of visuals to try and show ourselves this strange and magical practice we've developed called science in all its forms.